Claret TV speaking with manager Robbie Simpson following the 2-2 draw here at Hemel Hempstead Town. Robbie, what did you make of that one today?
I thought first half we were excellent, and being totally honest, I thought we could have been better. I thought in patches we were so good. We carried a threat, we passed the ball, and in other patches that first half we didn't pass the ball enough, and we didn't want the ball, demand the ball enough, and play quick, short football like I think really suits us. But when we did do that, we cut them open, and in all honesty we should have scored 4 in that first half in my opinion, but we go in 1-0 up, brilliant position, and we want to get that second goal. And I said to them at half time exactly that. I said, be braver, get on the ball, demand the ball off each other. And we didn't start the second half very well, and I think we turned it, whether that's nerves because we're in front and we've got something to hold on to, I'm not sure. I certainly at half time tried to not let them think like that and just hold on, but we kind of turned it into a counter-attack kind of style, and don't get me wrong, Matt Rush and Tom Blackwell can do that, and they proved that to get the second goal. They did prove that, but I felt like we needed more control of the second half, and we didn't have any control really. We were playing counter-attack football, and so that was disappointing. And then we didn't play well. We played on the counter-attack, but they didn't really threaten us at all. They didn't cut us open. We were defensively sound. I think the longer the game goes on, the more long balls they play, put in our box, set pieces, and that pressure told. And unfortunately, that's where we've got to stand tall, stand big, and be strong. And we failed at that. And so really disappointing to lose a 2-goal lead. But there were signs in that first half of what good a team we can be. We not for all of it, because like I say, I wanted us to be, I know it's not going to be perfect. We're not going to have a 45-minute or a 90-minute performance where we're totally bang on and at it. That's football, and the opposition have got every right to try and stop us or have a spell of the game where they're on top, and I know that, and we have to ride those moments out. But we showed what a good team we can play on a good pitch, on a good quick surface. We played some lovely stuff. We got 2 goals, which is pleasing after not scoring the last 2 games, and we've taken a point, which we haven't done in a long time. So we're going to take the positives into next week. We've got 7 more cup finals to go, and the players gave it their all once more. I dug them out of it last week about giving up, but they gave their all right to the very end. Even when it got to 2-2, I was worried what I was going to see based on last week, whether they would completely fold, but they didn't. We probably had the better chances at 2-2, and on another day we score a rebound or 2 that we had. So they kept going, and I think the fans appreciated it at the end. They saw that they kept going. I know that they were disappointed last week, as was I, but they kept going. I thought the fans were superb, and speaking to a few of them there in the bar, they're really behind our boys, and that's really, really pleasing to see. And that's what we need. We need to all be together for these last 7 games.
And despite losing that 2-0 lead, we still looked in the game. We were creating chances, as you say. So we were never out of it, were we? No, we were never out of it. Like I say, we kept going, and we've always got a threat. I know we haven't scored the previous 2 games, but we have carried a threat. It was just sticking the ball in the back of the net. Really, really pleased for Charlie to get a goal. I thought Matt Rush was absolutely outstanding today and fully deserved of his goal. And Tom, he played so well, but that's what we expect of him now, because he has been that good for us for a long time. And those 3 carried an unbelievable threat, and Dara's power in that middle just joined them, and we looked a real attacking force. I just wanted us to have a bit more control of the game, especially second half. We needed a lot more control of the game to finish the job. So yeah, it doesn't feel like a loss. It doesn't, because it's not. But we showed some great signs today, and we need to take those positive forward. And in the grand schemes of things, it can be easy to be disappointed with a 2-2 draw today, but it could be a point gained with Billericay and Reading both losing today. Points are vital. Points are vital. Yes, we wanted it to be 3. That could have relieved a bit of pressure on the lads, but let's take the pressure on into next week. Let's take it and use it as a force to really
put a good performance in again and get some more goals again, and hopefully we'll learn to have more control of the game. Next week's going to be a totally different game. It's going to be not a nice 4G pitch. It's going to be a much slower game, probably more of a battle, or definitely a bit more of a battle. So yeah, we're going to have to be ready for that. It's going to be a totally different game.
I just want to circle back on Matt Rush as well, because he was absolutely brilliant today. First goal for the club and an assist as well for Charlie Sheringham's goal. Just how good was he today?
He was amazing, and you know what, his attitude, because obviously he was in the team when we had lots of injuries, you know, when Charlie was ill and Simeon obviously still injured, and he was in the team and we pulled him out. And I said all he really needed was a goal. His work rate was there, his touch was there, but you could see because he hadn't scored, it was playing on him a bit, confidence-wise. And he was on the bench, obviously, for a few games, and his attitude's been absolutely spot on. He's pulled me for chats, don't get me wrong, but his attitude's been spot on, supporting the team, and that's what you want from loan players coming in. You want loan players to really buy into the Clarets and be a Claret for whilst they're here, and really fight for the shirt, fight for the fans, and fight for his teammates, and he's certainly done that.
And it's moving on to Tonbridge next weekend. As you say, it's going to be a different game with a different pitch, might be slower, but what's your take on that, and what do you expect?
Well, they won today, so they'll be feeling pleased with themselves, and like I say, I'm going to have a long think about how we go about next week, and study their game today, and think about the players. I said to our players before the game that I rate every single one of them. They've all got different attributes, and game by game now for the rest of the season, they are cup finals, so I'm going to pick a team that I feel is best suited to the game to get us some points out of those games. And it's nothing personal if they get left out. I really rate all of them. I love all of them as people. I know all of them are going to fight. But when I choose you, you've got to be ready. And if I don't choose you, you've got to come on and be the reason, because I might have left you on the bench for a reason as well, because I can see you having an impact later on in games. And they've all bought into that. And yeah, each game's going to be different. And I've got some thinking to do before next week.
But thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.